It's so beautiful here. And I'm so lucky. I can come to these mountains anytime I want because my home is just 4 or 5 miles down the road. And I love to come here and get away for a little bit because I can look around and it almost feels like all is right with the world. But we know it's not. As a nation, we are suicidal. We have backed away from God. When you back away from God, you abandon morality. When you abandon morality, well, John Adams said that best. He said that the Constitution is sufficient for a religious and moral people, but not nearly enough for any other. Well, I think that's where we are today. I think we are on the wrong side of morality, on the wrong side of God. But I still believe. I believe in God. I believe in miracles. I believe in the people of the United States. I think they're still good and moral for the most part. And I don't think the best days of America are in the past. I think they're in the future. But I know that it's going to take a lot of work to get us there. I would like to bring this message to your community. Now, I do this in a number of different ways. We put together full-day Constitution workshops. This is quite an event. We start in the morning by examining the earliest colonists that came here. And we look at them as the Founding Fathers did, learning from them. They learned from the good choices they made and the smart things they did, but they also learned from them when they did things that were horribly, horribly wrong. We look at ancient civilizations, the same ones that the Founding Fathers studied, and understand the principles that they learned. Then we turn to the Constitutional Convention and the challenges and the difficulties that the Founding Fathers had as they tried to bring the delegates from the various states together and see eye to eye on things, especially when it seemed that some of them would rather butt heads than see eye to eye. But we see the things that they did that made it work and how they wove together a tapestry of the Constitution that is amazing and the best system for a free nation that has ever existed on the face of the earth. From there we turn to the Constitution itself. We go through it article by article, clause by clause. We try to understand what it means. Now we don't do it from the perspective of me. My interpretation doesn't matter. Yours doesn't matter. We don't turn to professors and ideologues from our ridiculous liberal colleges. Instead, we turn to the founders themselves. We ask them, what does this mean? And we hear their words, we listen to their words, we think about their words, we talk about their words, and we come to understand as they understood. Then we will move to some bills. Some state bills, some federal bills. We will examine these under the clear light of the Constitution. We will see if they are truly constitutional or if they are abuses of that Constitution. And when we find abuses, which we will examine how we as citizens can take steps to reverse this evil, to restore good that the founders envisioned, and to save our nation. We also offer all-day firearms training courses. Now, these courses are unlike anything you've seen before because we bring our own proprietary moving target system. And every shooter will begin on a challenge level that is appropriate for their skill set. And so they will go through this challenge with the target moving a little bit, and if they're able to master that challenge, they can try the next level. Well, the thing is, as we move up through the various levels, the challenges become more difficult. There are tactical requirements that are more demanding, and the target itself becomes more aggressive. You see, we don't train shooters until they succeed. We think that's silly. Instead, we train shooters until they fail. We take shooters right to the edge of their ability and find out where their limits are. And then we work to help them push past those limits and become better. We also offer a defensive law course. This is a half-day course. And it's really a sad thing, but far too many people are languishing in prison cells because they defended themselves with a weapon, did not break a law, but found themselves behind bars anyway. How does this happen? Well, it happens because you can't measure or plan your activities based on what the law says, because the law is going to be interpreted. And by who? We don't know. So it could be interpreted way over here on the left or way over here on the right. Instead, we talk of common sense, basic understanding. You see, there are things that you can do regardless of where you live that will allow you to defend yourself, defend your family, and hopefully never have to deal with the shenanigans of your local prosecutor. Now, one of the things that we offer that I'm really excited about is really low fees. You see, we've set our fees so low that you can literally take what we charge and double it or triple it and still offer a really good value for the people that are in your neighborhood. Now, of course, everything over and above our fee, you keep. So we want to come to your city, bringing the good news of the Constitution, help people remember or learn what they never knew before, and at the same time, help your good organization raise some money. I hope to see you soon.